Your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, authorities have confirmed that skeletal remains found last month on the north face of Scottsbluff National Monument belong to Chance Englebert, the Wyoming man who disappeared from Gering in July of 2019. The Scottsbluff County Attorney's Office and Gering Police say the identification was made through dental records and advanced DNA testing with the assistance from multiple forensic experts in both Nebraska and Texas. Investigators say Englebert died from blunt force trauma consistent with a rapid deceleration event, such as a fall from a significant height. The Douglas County coroner has ruled the death accidental. His remains were discovered by two hikers, prompting a multi-agency investigation at the scene. Evidence indicates that Chance fell between 130 and 290 feet. Englebert's disappearance sparked years of searches, interviews, warrants, and forensic reviews, but no credible leads surfaced until the remains were located. After a full review, officials say there is no evidence of foul play in his death. It will be back to the drawing board on a proposed ordinance in Gering intended to place limitations on the use of RVs as permanent residents in areas zoned for residential use. Monday night, the Gering City Council approved a motion to indefinitely postpone Ordinance 2173, which had already received first reading approval. City Administrator Pat Heath told KNB News that during a meeting last week, the Public Safety Committee decided they wanted more time to make some refinements of the language on the measure in the spirit of compromise.
One thing they're going to add, I think, is allow staff to give someone, or allow someone to stay in an RV if that they're remodeling their home is tied to a building permit, and that would be up to 3 months. There would be some conditions they have to meet.
Heath said, in addition, the committee is looking at making such living arrangements allowable through the conditional use permit process. He says with approval of that language, it would give those with property within 300 feet of the proposed permit additional opportunity to voice either support or opposition. Well, an 18-year-old from Alliance has been arrested in connection to an August stabbing at the Meadows Trailer Court. In the early morning hours of August 2nd, Alliance police were dispatched to a trailer and found a juvenile victim with a stab wound to the shoulder. Witnesses say that Tuffy Conroy was the stabber and threatened to kill several of the people who were there at the time of the attack. An arrest warrant was issued in late October, and he was arraigned on Thursday in Box Butte County District Court on charges of second-degree assault, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and terroristic threats. Bond was set at $100,000 at 10%, and will be back in court on December 2nd. And police in Chadron arrested a woman Monday night after responding to a disturbance at a local residence. Officers say 40-year-old Stephanie Catches was found intoxicated, screaming, and rolling on the porch when Sergeant Chelsea Stoley and Officer Christina Hansen arrived. The caller told police Catches had become drunk and violent and refused to leave the property. After repeated commands were ignored, officers arrested her for second-degree trespassing. She was taken to Chadron Community Hospital for medical evaluation, where police say she continued yelling and kicked Sergeant Stoley in the head. Catches now faces an additional charge of assault on an officer, which is a Class 2 felony. Following clearance, she was booked into the Dawes County Jail. Bond was set at 10% of $30,000. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Welcome back. Thanksgiving week is here, and with it comes stuffed turkey, packed roads, and some of the busiest travel days of the year. The Nebraska State Patrol is urging drivers to make safety a top priority as families head to their holiday destinations. Colonel Brian Waugh says every seat at the holiday table matters, and that starts with getting there safely. Troopers will be out across the state working to prevent fatal and serious crashes. Waugh is reminding drivers to stay sober, stay focused, watch their speed, and always buckle up. The goal, he says, is to make sure Thanksgiving memories center on family and fellowship, not roadway tragedy. And it's more than 6 months until the May primary election, but things are starting to shape up in the race for Nebraska governor. On Monday, former State Senator Lynn Walz announced formation of an exploratory committee to make a bid for the Democratic nomination for the office. One day after the announcement, Walz said she raised more than $150,000 in donations from across the political spectrum, including contributions from 86 of the state's 93 counties. Meanwhile, Governor Jim Pillen announced that President Donald Trump has endorsed him for a second term in office. Former GOP gubernatorial candidate Charles Herbster also announced that he's fully committed to exploring a second run for governor.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, a chilly day today, and we've got a chilly night coming our way. Not as cold as last night, though, as temperatures last night snuck down into the single digits. We have mostly cloudy skies across the area. It's going to help keep temps up a little bit. Yesterday, just 38, barely registered. 14 was our low yesterday. We snuck all the way down into the single digits this morning. Nothing in the rain gauge. We have just 300s for the month, and we'll see maybe a little bit of snow over the next couple of days, but not a lot. We're going to end the month of November very dry here across the region. Well, a very happy Thanksgiving to you tomorrow when you're sitting down for your turkey dinner. We'll see some clouds, but it's going to be seasonal, a little warmer than today, probably low 40s. We'll be in the mid 40s, upper 40s maybe for highs tomorrow. Right now, temperatures are cold, folks. It is in the teens and 20s out there, very chilly. Winds, thankfully, much calmer than yesterday, except in the wind-prone areas where we have some wind gusts over 30 miles an hour at times. Otherwise, that's helping a little bit out there, make it not feel quite as cold. Futurecast tonight, we push the clouds out of here late tonight into early tomorrow. Sunshine to start your Thanksgiving day. Late Thursday, we bring in some clouds, take a break again. Then Friday, we're going to push another storm system in here, enough to squeak out, I think, a little bit of some light rain and snow showers as we go Friday evening. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go through the next couple of days. As we look at precip, not much happening out there over the next couple of days. Again, it's going to be very light. But again, if we see some snow, it's going to be Friday night into the weekend when we'll see our best chance of snow. So beyond where that forecast ends. 15 degrees, give or take 3 or 4 either side of that tonight for a low. Tomorrow's highs in the mid-40s, some upper 40s out there. A couple areas may not quite get to 40. So we've had worse Thanksgivings by far. And then we've got a nice day to start Friday. Snow showers move in late. We have a chance of snow showers both Saturday and Sunday. Very cold. Temps may be struggling to 30. maybe a brief rebound by Tuesday of next week. Another storm system cools things off again, and really staying about average for this time of year through most of next week.
Discussing ways that Nebraska can grow its livestock industry and addressing the challenges that come along with that. I'm Alex Makovica reporting for the Rural Radio Network. Andy Schulting joins us now with Nutrient Advisors up in northeast Nebraska. Set the stage for us, Andy. Talk a little bit about the challenges that producers are facing when it comes specifically to zoning issues across Nebraska.
Sure. So we've got local county control in Nebraska, and what that means is that every county has the opportunity to set their own rules. And so as we work with especially young producers, young families who want to grow livestock, add livestock to their operation, bring the next generation back to the farm, one of our first steps is to go to that rule book for each county, evaluate what the rules are, where a livestock operation can be sited, go through all the things and help that young producer the best way that we can to plan for where and how they want to raise livestock. The challenge with that is that we see tremendous inconsistencies from county to county and even within the same counties in different applications along the way. So that has been a huge hurdle, adds a lot of challenges in the process.
We're at the AFAN annual meeting, and folks got to hear from two young families, one in Johnson County expanding with chickens and one in Cherry County expanding with hog operations. Certainly different scenarios, different counties they're working with, but compare the two situations. I understand you worked with both. What were those two families facing as they tried to simply grow their family and their operations?
Sure. So both of those young families faced a lot of opposition in their county public hearings. They also faced scrutiny in the process, and one family in particular had to redo their public hearing 7 or 8 times because of glitches in the process or things, public notices, Open Meetings Act laws that weren't conducted properly. And so that just adds a lot of stress, a lot of inconsistency, and really messes up a timeline. By the time they get through a 2-year experience, leaves them wondering, do we really want to do this, and is it worth the cost?
Play devil's advocate here. The community members who come in opposition, I imagine their biggest concerns are odor, probably traffic, and I guess what else are they coming at with in opposition? Oppositions groups, come up with all sorts of things to be concerned about. It is truly fear of the unknown, and I sympathize with them because if there's not a consistent process, that leaves them to do their own research, to come up with their own approach. The reality is, if a operation is in A1 agriculture, that's the name of a zone in most counties, where counties have determined that agriculture is the principal use, then if people are choosing to live or build houses or live on acreages in those areas, they have to understand that agriculture comes with that decision. And livestock is part of agriculture, and so sometimes it's just a matter of education. And as much as I want to influence counties to be more livestock friendly and more consistent, I also want to encourage them to communicate with their people who want to live in the country, who come in and get a building permit for a house. They need to know what those permitted uses are in that zone if they choose to live there. And they need to make an informed decision as well. You said something interesting too, Andy, and that was that perhaps some of the counties facing the most opposition are the ones where livestock is the driver. Speak to that difference, I guess, a little bit across Nebraska.
Yeah, so we've seen some really crazy experiences in very sparsely populated counties. Ranch land where cattle is king, but you start talking about hogs or poultry in a place where there's never been some before, it's change. And all of us, our human nature is to be concerned about something new. The fear of the unknown is real for all of us. And so part of the process is to be educated, to understand. And, I don't fault those people that have a platform to come and speak and ask questions. But as our county governing agencies operate on those boards, they need to be educated as well. They need to understand what the rules say and be prepared to make the hard decision to uphold what they've already said. These are our rules, these are our regulations, and we're going to implement them accordingly.
Well, your role, Andy, is to help producers trying to expand with livestock, kind of navigate this process. As you see this move forward in Nebraska, what are some important things you want Nebraskans to know about this process, and maybe what could help it be better?
Sure. The word consistency just comes to mind. I mean, one of the young couples here today, they literally went through 8 public hearings and a courtroom full of opposition, and the exact same county just permitted another site just like theirs with no opposition. So there's just really a lot of inconsistencies. I don't care what county it is, what board it is, we have to decide that agriculture is important in Nebraska. We have to realize that livestock is the way that we can bring young families back to the farm, that we can make room for the next generation. We can't manufacture any more land, but we can add livestock to that land. And that's the way that Nebraska is going to thrive. We're positioned so well to grow livestock. And if we can all understand that and adopt that and embrace that, then we have to have a consistent way to grow livestock and add livestock to our counties. Yeah.
Andy Schulting is joining us with Nutrient Advisors in Northeast Nebraska here on the Rural Radio Network. I'm Alex Makovica.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Thanksgiving in the Valley at the Guadalupe Center in Scottsbluff may be the largest holiday meals served in the region, but it's not the only one. The Morrill Farmers Market will be serving a meal from noon to 2 p.m. Thursday at the Morrill American Legion. The Assumption Creek Orthodox Church in Bayard will serve a meal at the parish on Thanksgiving Day, with meal delivery in Bayard, Bridgeport, and Broadwater available by calling 308-279-0077. Both the Assumption Church and Thanksgiving in the Valley meals will be served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be on vacation until December 8th, so have a wonderful holiday, and I'll be back at the anchor desk a week from Monday.